Hey guys, this is Lisa Tedder with Tedder Bear Stamping, and today I'm going to show you how to make this window sheet card. And I have it to where the words are hidden when you open it up. It's very easy, but boy is it pretty. I got this idea from someone online, and I will be posting that underneath here on the video because I don't know how to pronounce it. So let's just get started. We are going to be using the new Ornate Borders Dies sets, and I'm going to be using this one right here. And to start off with the base is going to be 5.5 by 5.5 of Very Vanilla. And I'm going to come in with my Stampin' Trimmer, and I'm going to score it at 4 1/4 on one side. Okay, so this is going to be the front, and we're going to lay this down by this edge here, and you need to look on this because one cuts it out and one leaves it to where it doesn't cut. Does that make sense? This right here on this side is the one that does not cut it out, and so we're going to have that be towards the top because we don't want it to cut out all the way on this side. We just want it to cut here. So I'm going to lay this out as close as I can get it to this edge, and hopefully it's straight. And I'm going to come in with my tape and put it on here so that it holds it in the spot. I always turn mine upside down because it just makes my plates last a lot longer. And then I like to just flick it because it makes it much easier. Alright, so there's the top. Now I'm not moving this yet because I need to do this again with, let me get all this out of here, with a scrap piece that's going to go on the bottom of your card. So now I'm going to bring this in again, and this time I am going, because I want the cut edge to be like, we're going to do it again, but near the cut edge towards one side like this, and tape it again. Okay, so now this just comes off, and let me flick it, get all these extras off. Get this down. Okay, so this is going to go on the bottom, and I'm gonna have to trim it just a tad because it's a little bit too long, but I wanted it to be able to have a little bit here, and I did it at 1 1/4. You can trim off some after the fact if it's just a little bit too wide. So then you're going to take your two that we have cut, the one that is on the cardstock and the one here, and we are going to sponge them with, Old Olive and Rococo Rose to give us the flower look. And I always like to sponge off a little bit just to make sure I don't get the blotchies. around. And again. We have that, and we have this, and we're going to bring in a piece of window sheet that is 5 1/4 by 4 1/8. And the reason why is that we are going to have it be up along this edge here, and I don't want it to go all the way to the edge because then it doesn't fold nicely. So I am going to go ahead and get some tape, which I don't have right in front of me, so let me go get it. Alright, so I'm going to use Terran tape just at this top part because we really want it to stick. So it's going to go on the inside along this edge. And before we take that off, we're going to come in with our I'll have it written down. I don't know why it is that every time I get on here my brain goes dead. So we're going to put it onto here, the glue, so that we can use a sponge. Okay, so you just put a small dab there, and then I'm going to come in with this sponge and I'm going to put it on here so that I don't get it all over my cardstock. So let me move this so you can see what I'm doing. Alright, so I'm just going to get it onto my sponge and then just tap it on here. Do not move your cardstock while you're tapping because you'll get it on the back or on the front. Okay, so now we have that, and you can see I have glue right there in the shape of flowers. So we're going to take this off, the tape, and then I am going to lay this down, hopefully straight, and then that is going to stick on here. Pretty so far, right? Okay. So then we're going to do the same thing with this, and I am going to move this down to here. Now of course you would take the time to get out all of these pieces here, and I didn't do that, so let's do that real quick. I'm going to speed this up so you don't have to watch this. So I'm going to go ahead and lay it in a different spot than I did the last time so I don't get it sticky on the front. Put some more glue on there, and this time I'm going to do the whole thing because we're not using the Terran tape. And then I'm going to move this, bring in my window sheet, and this is going to go right to the bottom. I think. There we go. I just love how this comes out so far. Alright, so next we are going to stamp the birds onto, let's see if I can find my piece of paper that I had. Oh, here it is. This is measured at 4 by 3. Just, it doesn't need to be, you can just have a scrap because you don't need it to be anything that's measured. And I'm going to stamp it in Memento. I love this stamp set. This is Free as a Bird. I didn't do it as perfect as I would like, but we are on a time crunch. All right, I am going to come in and color my thing here using the light and darks of Soft Suede, Rococo Rose, and Old Olive. So I'll be speeding this up too, so you don't have to watch it as much, and I'm going to try to get a little closer so you can see. So I used Dark Mango Melody for the beaks. Now I'm going to come in with my scissors. Okay, and I am just going to, sorry, I wasn't in, just go around with my scissors. You don't have to be precise, just, and you can always take off more if you don't like how it came out the first time. Though you can't put it back, so make sure you're careful when you decide what you're going to cut. Okay, and then what I'm going to do is bring in my card, and I'm going to put down a piece of 5 1/4 by 4 of the Old Olive. And I'm going to stamp the sentiment. What I'm going to try to do is see where this is going to go. And you could take more off if you think it's just too wide. Like up here, I just think it needs a little bit more off. So I'm going to go ahead and trim a little bit closer. So hopefully it won't go into my flowers here. And it does just a little bit, but that's okay because it's going to look pretty no matter what. Then you're going to make sure when you go to stamp that this is going to go right in the middle to be covered up. And I'm just going to eyeball it. Hopefully this is going to be okay. Okay, and then we are going to go ahead and place this on so it covers your sentiment. And of course I'm going to do it again with the glue and the sponge because it just makes it so much easier, and then I'll show you in a second why it's important. Okay, so I just dabbed it with glue on the back here. Sorry, that was off camera. I forgot I was so close. So we're going to go ahead and put this on. And then on the back, now this doesn't look as pretty because of the coloring. You can always put another piece of white back here, like to cover that if you would like. I don't think it really matters. But you can really tell that there aren't any tape lines, which is important. So then we're going to come in with the brand new 2020 to 2022 enamel dots, and we're going to use those to fill in our flowers. And I know this is not the color that we are using right now. Oh, that came right off. But it's close enough, and it really makes it look pretty. That pink is just gorgeous. Well. So there you have it. Isn't that pretty? I think anybody would love to get this card because it's really kind of cool. So I will let you go this time, and we will catch up again soon. Thank you for stopping by. Bye.